chose to be with us?
Well,
Our question.
I had my meeting advice last night, you know. But on the final day of my campaign, I want to thank my constituency for this grueling 45-day campaign. After 45 days, it's time to thank our district for accepting me. And sa ganda ng tanggap sa akin ng tao, and with and how the survey shows that we are way ahead of my competitor. I would like to thank our beloved constituents na tinataklit ng leadership natin.
You're so magnanimous. Kasi, I mean, ang dami nang ibinato sa'yo ng competitor mo.
Sobra.
Corruption, lahat-lahat ibinato na sa'yo. But, you remain steadfast, you remain parang, wala lang, hindi ka nagpapapekto. I mean, how do you do it?
Well, if you know it's not true, it should not affect you at all. But you know, you have to explain it to your constituency that the allegations that were thrown against me, especially during the time of the elections, are just mere black propaganda. Because if it's really true, they should have thrown it to me years ago. Pero, you know, hindi mo naman malulokong tao eh. Any black propaganda thrown at any candidate during the campaign are talagang paninira lamang. So that's my position, and ako naman I'm very steadfast. Talagang it's not true eh. Yung allegation, everything is not. It won't even stand in the courts of law. So
But
you
are
have
you,
to,
but,
you know.
yeah, are you aware that they're using mga influencers to
Yeah. Even one influencer, she's not even a member of NUJP. No?
Yun po yung girl yun.
Ha?
Yun po babae yun.
Yes, yung babae.
Ganun din.
Well, it's her projection. That's the reason why I am calling this conference because there must be someone who would stand it. Because kasi kung di ka tatayo, maaabuso like for example, all of your vloggers. And hindi naman lahat ng vloggers ganun eh. Of course, number one, you have to be very careful when it comes to releasing statements against someone. Diba? Like journalist at titular, hindi ka naman ganun, di ba? Like the bloggers there, hindi naman sila basta-basta magpapangalan ng mga taong gumagawa ng hindi maganda kung wala silang concrete evidence. And for that reason, hindi po natin papalagpasin ito. And now that natapos na yung kampanya, today is the last day, I would like to assure dito sa district, to the Filipino people, being a representative of our district and representing our country, that we would file a libel case against this institution. And if I get re-elected on Monday, I will make sure that Congress will investigate this kind of unscrupulous, irresponsible people who are there to get paid and, sirain yung pangalan na kahit sino man. No one has the right to do that, no? Not even a normal person na hindi vlogger. No one has the right na sirain ang kapwa niya nang walang konkretong ebidensya. The allegations that were thrown at me, hindi lang naman against corruption, kahit personal kong buhay, kahit yung mga programa ko at tinuligsa niya na hindi naman totoo, she was doing public perception na paniwalain ang tao na ako'y masamang tao. That alone is libel sa yung sisirain at nilirakan ng pagkatao. And definitely, I will make sure that this person gets what she deserves. Not only the courts of law that she will face, but the halls of Congress, dapat harapin nila para matigil na yung mga ganitong klaseng tao.
Where do you get your strength?
Well, I get my strength basically from God. Ako naman is, spray and and siguro yung tagal ko na rin sa larangan ng politika made me very, very strong. Every election kasi marami pa rin nila sa akin. So, ako kasama na to. Pero this one's different. Because I've been a counselor for 9 years. Not a single day, not even, no time that I was accused of corruption or anything. I have a very, very clean name sa konseho. For the first time, may taong gano'n na tumayo para sirain yung pangalan.
Okay, let's go to the centerpiece of their campaign.
Yes.
Okay, how do you, gaano ka-passionate about what you want to happen not only sa District 4, but sa buong Pilipinas, since national yung government?
Yes, titular, number one, ako kasi very bold. I'm a businessman. I'm very into real estate. So yung foresight ko talagang mataas yung gusto kong mangyari sa distrito. Dito sa distrito ko, I dream of, having yung mga bagay na hindi na pinapakilaman ng mga barangay. Like in Carlos Albert, ito yung tinatayo namin 225 million na gymnasium with auditorium.
Oh, that was a controversial
that was a controversial project. But it's a very nice project. The people who lives there really appreciate it. Yung mga taga doon, hindi nag-iisip na masama. Yung mismong taga doon ang nagagalit sa mga nanunira sa akin. Because they very well know before we started the project, alam nila yung faces na pagdadaanan. Maayos na maayos po ito. And basically, not only that, we're building gymnasium, we're building more public schools, in this district. Basically, not only that, we approved the national law. That's that we call the anti-no permit, no exam, na pakikinabangan ng buong bansa.
And since District 4 is the center of the City of Stars,
yes.
Do you have any plans with regards to this? Ito yung, kumbaga, very unique to sa District 4 yung pagiging City of Stars, yung pagiging center.
Yeah.
So, meron pa kayong gagawin to make it more, talaga, para sa mga Pilipino, maging sa kanila, magkaroon sila ng awareness.
Well, basically, ang magagawa lang natin is to show off what we have in this district that other districts do not have. Well, it's very basic naman, titular. Hindi naman tayo magago na para may tulad sa Eastwood, yung mga walk of fame doon. Wala naman talaga tayong plano ganun. But this district is the most controversial district of all districts in Quezon City. This is a district of the former Speaker Sonny Belmonte. Nandito nanggaling lahat yung mga sikat na congressman. So, former Mayor Mel Matay also started from this district. Sabi ko nga, right now, we are on a different level compared to other districts. We built our own hospital here. We have our own dialysis centers here. Free. Walang binabayaran ng taong bayan. We are like a little Makati when the students receive free uniforms, school shoes, and school bags. We're on a different level when it comes to public service in this district. And basically, that's how I deal when it comes to public service sa mga tao sa amin. Yung talagang tao talaga. Thank you.
You've been a youth leader and now a congressman. May I ask, what are your plans for the youth, particularly for the employment or skill development? Are there any?
Well, basically, being the vice chairman of the Commission on Higher Education in Congress, we have around 5,000 scholars in our district. But we're starting from scratch because during the previous administration, talagang wala kang inabutan na programa sa estudyante. So right now, what we're doing, one step at a time. Lahat ng mga estudyante dito sa ating distrito, libre po ang bag, uniform at sapatos. After we do that, na-normalize natin yan, then we have to sponsor scholars. Scholars so that the well-deserving students will get free education in our district. So, unti-untiin po natin.
Congressman, I'm really lucky that I'm also in this district.
Oh,
Um,
salamat.
I've had the notion that sometimes when politicians want to get known in our district, sometimes we just hear about them during election time. What do you do in order to be different from other politicians? Because you have a lot of projects that have been quite known with a lot of people. What are you doing differently, you think, versus other politicians?
Well, because other politicians, they just go down sa barangay level during the 45-day campaign or during the last 120 days so that their presence be felt by their constituents. But for me, I do it differently. I start from day one. As soon as I get, as soon as I start my work, July 1, I never stop working. And for that reason, sa 45 days campaign, I do not usually do the extensive campaign, that what we call extensive campaign. Some politicians, they do house to house, morning until evening. Kasi nagbabawi sila eh. They did not do that during the time na dapat sila magtrabaho. But ako, I always work for 3 years. So come campaign period, puro touch and go na lang ako. Like for example, this campaign, yung kalaban ko has been doing house to house for the last 60 days. Ako just visited like 5 barangays. Because I've been campaigning the whole 3 years while I was working. Kaya yun ang ginagawa namin. Halos hindi ako nakampanya itong kampanya na ito.
Okay, the future looks bright with regards to you being elected as a
Thank
congressman for this district. Do you have like certain plans that you want to do, like big projects? Can you like give us like a rundown of what you plan to do in the next term?
Yeah, we need to build more hospitals. We need to build more dialysis centers. We need to do more human infrastructure projects that would make the lives of the people in our district better. We have to make laws and enact laws that would benefit the less privileged people in our country. We need to build more laws that would help our students, to give more power to our students. We need to help the society go back sa ating normal na buhay. So we have a lot of things to do more.
With regards to building hospitals, sir, where do you plan to like put up one?
We built a mini hospital along E. Rodriguez in our building, second, third floor now. It's an ambulatory care clinic wherein you get free of charge checkups, X-ray, 2D echo, ultrasound, blood tests, minor surgeries, and at the same time the people for this you can see free medicines because we put up our own pharmacy all free of charge.
Where is this, sir?
It's along E. Rodriguez. It's MC Rillo building in front of Christ the King Church.
Former Viva Office.
Former Viva Office, yeah. It's our building that Viva rented
It's
before.
pretty nice to know.
Yeah.
I live also in the area, sir.
Saan ka
In
taga saan
Barangay
ito?
Kamuning-Lato.
Kamuning-Lato lang.
But it's very near, but I didn't know about that.
Yeah,
you
maybe-
provide medical.
Yeah, that's the reason why we're really trying to get pre-elected because the people must, must know that we have these projects.
And also free medicine.
And free meds, free everything. Delivery reseta mo, we have a pharmacy. As long as you have a blue card, kukunin mo na sa district office mo. Automatic, you get everything for free.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much,
Yeah.
sir.
Congressman, I have a question. I'm also from District 4,
Oh.
so my question
Taga
is,
sa ka dito.
sa may near GMA.
Ito na. Yeah.
So my question po, what message you want to convey for those still undecided So since malapit na yung election, and bakit sa tingin nyo kailangan si Congressman rin yon sa
Yeah, that's a very good question. Well, for me, I'm here to convince the people who are not yet decided on who to vote for on Monday. Number one, track record. When it comes to enacting laws, I made two landmark laws. Number one, in terms of education sector, we made a law that would let yung honor students natin free of charge pagdating sa college exam test. Number two, the anti-no permit, no exam law. And when it comes to human infrastructures, the previous administration hindi nagawa po natin. We have our own ambulatory care clinic. We have our own dialysis centers now, all free of charge. Wala po na noon, ngayon meron na. Our students, they do enjoy free school bags, uniforms, and shoes, just like in Makati. Your congressman now, sabi ko nga, I'm not a known person. Ang may nakakakilala sa akin, yung kadistrito ko lang, yung iba hindi pa ako kilala. But if they go out of my district, they do not know me at all. What more sa ibang lugar? I was voted as the number 1 congressman in the whole of NCR and number 3 sa buong Pilipinas because of my hard work. So when I speak to people, I speak sa track record, what I have done, what difference I have done in our district, and I would like to tell the people that I would intend to continue whatever I started. And for that, I'm asking the support of our constituency to give me a second chance to be of service again to the Filipino people.
Thank you, Congressman.
Consider namin, time already that your constituency